Hey everyone, what's up? It's me, it's your boy. I know I haven't made a video in a while. I just been busy doing other stuff. But today I want to talk about a little thing that happened a while back. And I say a while back because on internet times, like a couple days is like 10 years. A couple years ago now, I guess. Yeah, Capcom released a little trailer on their Twitter, specifically for Rise. It rustled some feathers. Do not know why. If for some reason you have a problem with this, you're literally out of your mind and you're just really bored due to the fact that it's just an armor set. So back in World, they released this armor set that boosted you through high rank, which funny enough I'm doing now on one of my characters in World that I just started, just because I wanted to test some things out with the actual armor set. I never really used it. The argument that comes in is, does this armor set incentivizes you to not play the game? Which very dumb argument to even make, because it's made for people who already beat the game. You can use it. I'm just gonna literally put the point right here so that I don't waste your time. If you don't want to hear me complain about other people complaining about something that really shouldn't be too complainable. Is that a thing? I don't know. Any take is a dumb take against it. You have no sort of logic that going against it is going to do anything bad for the game. It's an armor set for free that can take you up to high rank. Well, I think it's high rank. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the Rise one. I do know that the one in World takes you to high rank, and because we have now master rank in World through Iceborne, that's as much as it's gonna take you. So even then, the only thing that's good for is defense. And by the time you hit high rank, you already should have something that's even better than the Guardian armor set. I've gone through World twice. I have used it before, the Guardian set on World. I haven't used it on Rise yet because I haven't touched my Switch in a couple months. I don't really know the specifics. I will probably go back and play a little bit of Rise just to test that out, to see how this one fares compared to the other one. But that's just a separate video. This is just me ranting, honestly. But yes, it's not like the hairstyles that they didn't put for free. Instead, they're selling it. That's different. That I will complain about, because you put 3 really bad hairstyles and then leave the rest that are supposed to be free for people to pay for. That's pretty fucking scummy, to be quite real with you. Especially when the customization in Rise is completely horrible. There's not much compared to base World and every other game from the past in the series. That's another topic. It's completely subjective. When it comes to the armor set, the guild armor set for Rise, it's such a weird take to be against it in any sort of form, because it's it's such a bad armor set in terms of comparing it to the Guardian set in World, because it doesn't take you from low rank to high rank. Good armor set to begin with. If you look at the stats, I'm gonna actually look at the stats for that. It's just a botanist set. It's not, the armor set looks cool just to have it as a glamour, I guess, or what am I talking about? 14 now. It's good for transmogging. That's all it really is. I mean, if you look at the stats, it's botanist level 1. You get botanist level 2 if you get the whole set. You literally have no slots. The only thing that's really good here is it has an all resistance of 3 if you get all 5 set pieces. But it mostly give you things that you don't really need in terms of playing the game later on. Like, let's just say after you beat Great Ibushi, you're already going to have things that are 10 times better than this. The defense is, the total defense for all 5 set pieces are 120. I don't know why people are having such a hard time with an armor set that doesn't do much. It's free. It's only made for people who are in low rank that want to sort of skip the game. You can't really skip the game. It was funny because I'm gonna post a picture of a special individual. Apparently, this armor set destroys the tutorial section, even though by that definition, every armor set in the game destroys the tutorial section. The whole point of the game is to continue to build better things, so that way you can kill the monsters that you need to kill, so that you can get the parts from said monsters and then continue to do the same fucking thing over and over again. That's literally the whole point of Monster Hunter. It's just people complaining for the sake of complaining. Because again, I'm going to make this distinction. It's like, when you complain about this, if you complain against Guild Cross armor set, you have nothing to back yourself up with. There is nothing ever that will back you up unless they make the armor set extremely OP. They have like if the defense was like 400, let's just say, hypothetically. Yeah, okay, fine. Like, that armor set is way too OP. There would be no need for me to have anything else on, because that defense is going to be enough to carry me through the game. This doesn't. Because right now, you have what? The max defense you can get is like 400, 500 maybe, give or take, or maybe 600. I don't know. And like when you reach high rank, if that were the case where like you had 400 from the get-go, yes, I would totally agree. Like the armor set should not be in the game because it won't incentivize you to put anything else on. But right now, as it is, it's not a big deal. It's pretty funny because reading through the comments section and the replies to that post is one of the funniest things ever, because you can tell that these people are delusional. Again, complaining about hairstyles that are free is one thing, because if you know the context of hairstyles, at least in Rise, a lot of the free ones that were there in previous games, including World, you have to pay Capcom to give you the hairstyles that were previously free. It took an employee for them to add 3 hairstyles. When it comes to this, there is no two sides. Like if you're against it, you're in the wrong. Like factually, you're fucking wrong. Defense is low. The most it's gonna get you through is Great Ibushi maybe, if you even can. There's nothing in the skills that give you any benefit in reality. They don't give you any sort of benefit aside from hunting and like from gathering and small hunts. There is no slots. The bonuses are garbage. Elemental resistance, there's nothing. This isn't going to destroy the tutorial section. This isn't going to erase the learning curve of crafting and shit like that. Like, it's people just want to complain for the sake of complaining. And again, that's Twitter. I understand that. You don't have to fucking tell me. But it's really funny. Like, because I read this person's tweet and it actually made me like laugh. Like it was not like I wasn't angry or anything. Like I wasn't like, wow, this guy's actually fucking dumb, because it's obvious they're dumb. But it was just fucking funny, because that is exactly how the Monster Hunter community in general, a lot of people online, they like seem to have this thing that they need to fight against Capcom on every single fucking thing. And a lot of those things, they have nothing else to say aside from the fact that they're elitists. Because when we do have to get something like done in terms of like telling Capcom, hey, this isn't right, we don't like they don't do it. They don't give a shit. But when it comes to clearly dumb shit like this, where like you're getting a free armor set. Objectively, it looks fucking cool. At least cooler than the World one. It's made for people to, speed through the game a little bit more, so that way they can get caught up with everything, which is a good thing at the end of the day, because we have an expansion that's coming out. And yet here you are complaining about something that has nothing to do with destroying any sort of tutorial sections. This does not affect any new player whatsoever. But somehow this actually became a bigger deal than it should have been on Twitter, because it really does highlight how the Monster Hunter community really is. At least when it comes to Rise. And I've noticed this from us, like Afterworld, that a lot of people just kind of have these takes that just make no sense. Like, and apparently the armor set is going to be a nuisance online. That to me just sounds like you're a narcissist, because it's all about you, really. Like, no one else plays the game except for this one Twitter user. They actually made a whole 2 paragraphs telling me that it's no different than hacking the game and giving yourself endgame armor. 120 defense. 120 defense is giving yourself endgame armor. Right. Fucking giving yourself botanist. Geologist level 3. What was it? I think it's level 3. Geologist level 2 is endgame content, guys. Marathon runner, that's a must-have skill. You cannot end the game without marathon runner, apparently. Hunger resistance, of course. Wire bug whisper. You obviously need that to end the game. How can you go wrong with that? Carbon Pro, you're out of your mind. You need that. You need all these, clearly. Slots, who needs slots? End game, you won't be using slots. You need all resistance plus 3, or else you're not even living. It's stupid logic. Like that's the stupid logic that a lot of the people. And this is just one comment. Like, I've seen, Jesus, if you go down the line of just dumb takes and dumb comments on Twitter. When this happened, it was just like, oh my God, dude. Crazy, brother. Listen, I don't like change either. I'm a person who likes to keep everything as organized and as like samey as possible. But like, holy shit, bro, this is such a small thing, and they're choosing to make it seem like it's the ending. Like, this is going to kill the game. Like, it's not. It really isn't, because in World they did it. I thought it was too. I think it's too OP on World. I think it should have been on just low rank. Have it be capped at low rank, and that's it. But even in World, you don't. There's so many other things you can do and so many monsters to hunt, especially after the game just stopped getting updates and everything's already been done for World. You don't need to have the Guardian set for the rest of the game. Like that's the point. This is only meant to advance you to a certain point where you already have enough materials to make an armor set that's better in terms of, because defense isn't just everything. Like if you also need skills, you also need fucking bonuses and slots and all that shit, because you know it depends on your playstyle really at the end of the day. I mean, you could use it forever if you really wanted to. I mean, you'd be a fucking weirdo, but you know, it's up to you. It's your game. But it only helps you up to a certain point. After that, you're on your own. You kind of have to do your own shit, which is good because that's the lesson you should learn. This armor set is literally made for people to just skip the game if they already fucking played it. And even if they haven't played it, you also need to realize this is not going to get you to endgame. This isn't endgame. And if the players don't understand that, then, well, that's too bad for them. At the end of the day, you know, you have to kind of understand how things work. If you don't, then why are you even playing the game in the first place? Like, if you're not going to be willing to understand shit, like certain Twitter users. But it is what it is. Like, all right, so to close things off, I've been going on a tangent and I've been just repeating myself, and I'm not going to keep repeating myself. Don't be this guy. This isn't that big of a deal. It's not the end of the world if you don't want to use the guild cross. I, for one, probably won't be using it because it's obviously going to be more inferior in my main character. But if I ever decide to make a new character, I definitely will take that, because Rise is a little hard when you're a gunner by yourself. So, you know, it is what it is. Again, don't be this guy yelling about shit that he doesn't even know, because I don't know, elitism at this point. I don't know why people say the things they do. I honestly think he's just trolling. You never know with these people. It's a cool looking set though, I'll tell you what. I'm definitely gonna put the work in to put my my character to good looks. It has a cape. I think it has a cape. I don't know. Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Have fun. GG's. I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.